Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and Tim Hankewich from
Hey.
Orchestra Iowa is with us today as we get ready for Holiday Pops and the remainder of the holiday music season with Orchestra Iowa. First off, congratulations on a stunning Messiah.
Thank you very much. You know, I was really happy with that. I haven't performed that in so many years, and I thought, boy, do I still have it? And being able to work with so many great artists, both the soloists and the chamber singers of Iowa City, who were just nailed it out of the park, and the attendance was just overwhelming. So, yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful event.
Feels good to have a big I know that we're still all thinking about how we feel about being in crowds of people.
It's all relative. You know, I mean, there's still social distancing and stuff like that, but the Paramount seats 1,600, and so with social distancing, you can still get a very good audience in there, and I was very gratified that people were just hungry for the holiday season.
You can feel safe, but also you can turn around and look at the house and go,
there are people here! Yay! Yeah, gives us purpose. You know, I think whether you're talking about the arts or anything, it just, when you have purpose, and I think that's why so many people have struggled in the last 2 years because of the pandemic. I mean, we all need purpose, and so I'm just overjoyed that we're coming back.
And things continue. It's our first Holiday Pops in a couple of years coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, already the holiday rush has begun. Merry Christmas to you and yours, by the way.
Likewise.
I mean, 2 days ago, we started with our happy hour online where we're talking with guest artists kind of behind the scenes, and now literally the starter pistol has gone, because now we have Holiday Pops, and then in a couple of weeks we have an organ and brass concerts at First Presbyterian Church, and then of course the Nutcracker, which is people are just going ape over. I mean, it's selling incredibly well. So there's no rest for the wicked, which would be me, and until the week of December 25th.
So the Messiah went really well, and you mentioned that ticket sales are really strong for the Nutcracker, which is awesome. But the Holiday Spectacular, that's your show.
That is my show. And in fact, our first meeting about it for this year happened last February. And our guest artist is going to be Amy Friedl Stoner. Back in February, I started the conversation saying, so what do you want to sing? And then we had all these brainstorming, and they said, okay, what key do you want to sing them in so it flatters your voice? Okay, great. And then it took about 6 months to determine copyright and to determine which songs we could sing and perform. And then we started arranging, both Steve Shanley and I. And so a good 3/4 of this concert has been freshly arranged that nobody has heard these arrangements before.
Yeah,
that's what makes our show so special. We cook it up.
I guess that's the big message is you can say, well, you know, a Christmas show is a Christmas show, but this is the only original Christmas program that you're probably going to have the opportunity to hear. I mean, the songs are familiar, of course, but you and Steve Shanley have dug into those old chestnuts, and every year
something
you guys
new comes out of it.
Find a way to bring a new spin to them.
For sure. And so for your listening audience, the difference between a composition and an arrangement. For example, you can pick your melody, "Oh Come All You Faithful" or something like that. It's the arranger who determines which key it's in, what style it's in, which instrument plays what, when. It puts the flesh around that simple melody, and that's what arranging does. And so, for example, those who listen to their favorite arrangements from the Boston Pops or anything like that, no other orchestra can play those. That's what makes the Boston Pops the Boston Pops. And so for us to actually home grow our own arrangements and actually tailor it, in this case, to the voice of our soloist, so it just fits beautifully. It's like custom cabinetry, you know. It takes a very special skill set to do that.
I think arranging is, to me, that's the greatest mystery.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say songwriting. Well, coming up with a melody. I mean, that's magic.
That's right.
All by itself.
It's what you do with that melody.
But to sit down with a bare melody line, 12 notes arranged, and then think, okay,
so do I
violins here, winds here. Oh, this would be a good place for the horn.
Right. Or do I say, do I want it in the style of country? Do I want it in swing? How about hip hop? How about salsa? Will it fit this way? Or how about both? That goes through the mind of the arranger, and that's what was occupying my time essentially since July.
Well, how did Amy react when she heard some of this instrumentation for the first time?
Well, actually, it's an eye-opener because when you're in rehearsal, all you have is sort of the accompaniment, the piano accompaniment, and both Steve and I would say, well, here you'll hear some horns, and here you'll hear this. Yeah, that's all theoretical, but once it happens, it's like a force of nature behind you when the orchestra rips up. Remember, there's like 70, 80 people on stage plus choir. I mean, that is a sound that you won't forget as a performer, and so it's a rare treat to be able to perform with the symphony orchestra. I am delighted to have Amy there because she brings such elegance and class and a great voice to the whole production. Plus, we'll also be joined by our usual friends, the Discovery Chorus, under the direction of Amy Hannish, and we'll also be joined by the Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale.
The other thing that is particularly cool about Holiday Spectacular is the fact that you do this almost entirely with our homegrown talent.
Yeah.
It would be easy to bring in some singers from outside, and like Messiah was still mainly Iowa-based talent, but that doesn't mean the quality is right there, because Amy, we have heard Amy so many times over the years. She has sung cabaret in New York. Sure. She could make a living as a singer in New York. Fortunately for all of us,
she's here.
She's here. And but that is not every orchestra does that. So again kudos to you for searching out that homegrown talent that is every bit as good as anybody you could bring in and giving them this platform.
I totally agree. So when you buy a ticket, what are you paying for? And we could easily hire a headliner who has their own Christmas show around them. From a production point of view, they are also very expensive to do that, and sometimes not as good as what we can create on our own. And so you're right. I am a firm believer that the mother's milk of creativity is to use the natural ingredients around you. I'm a chef as well. I purport to be a cook. So if you have fresh ingredients, local ingredients, what does that mean? That means use your local artists, your great talent here, and create something special. And I think that's what people need to understand. I mean, you can certainly pay a premium for celebrity, but at what cost? And I think when you can have it just as good with some of the talent we have here, it's an easy decision to make.
So the concert, 3 shows?
3 programs. Yeah. Friday night, 7:30. My goodness, that's tomorrow night already. Wow. Friday night at 7:30, Saturday night at 7:30, and then a Sunday matinee at 2:30.
And there are tickets for all shows.
Yes, go online at orchestraiowa.org, or you can call the box office at 1-800-369-TUNE, TUNE.
Now, there is a little bit of a football game happening on Saturday night, so if that's of importance to you, the good news is you've got 2 other shots.
We'll see you Friday or Sunday afternoon for sure. Yeah.
To me personally, this is the Christmas. This is the Christmas thing that we never want to miss.
When people say, Tim, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a conductor. Oh, you just wave your arms for a living, and we joke around about that. But I have to tell you, it's the Christmas program that actually takes up a good third of my professional life. Just planning the logistics of it, writing the music for it, and just make sure that all flows so that by the time the audience, comes, it just flows and seems as natural and as easy as though it were the easiest thing in the world. And I have to tell you, the 2 productions that always keep me awake at night is Christmas and Bruce Moore. And everything else, musically, may be more challenging for the orchestra, but for me personally, it's got the most riding on it because it takes the most time to put it together in the greatest care.
He is Mr. Christmas.
I am the king of Christmas. Thank you very much.
It's Orchestra Iowa with the Holiday Spectacular, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tickets again at
1-800-369-TUNE, or go online with 2 websites, either orchestraiowa.org or artsiowa.com.
Tim Hankewich, Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you. And
I wish you lots of good food and fully free-flowing drink after this is all over.
Oh, you know it, baby.
Again, orchestraiowa.org if you'd like tickets to Orchestra Iowa's Holiday Spectacular. You can hear the Culture Crawl Live on the radio many weekdays at 10:20, or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture, or however you get your podcasts. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.